through the sand like a thought in disguise. The scarab spins truth where the cosmos collide. Energy whispers, it never says goodbye. The Beatles crawl, the Beatles rise.
Go to AmericanHealer.website now. Get the tools for health and inspiration the way God intended.
Sort of burst the chaos, yet the chaos rise. My name Beatles, 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 over and over, spinning the world in the grip of their shoulders. Beatles, 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 under and over, rolling through time till the blackness is sober. The heat fades lower, the order begins. The stillness so perfect, it hums from within. The void sings.
Let me feed you. Say, let me feed you. Don't grab me. If you grab me, I'ma bite you. I swear to God, if you.
Travis made darkness feel cinematic. Drake made pain sound smooth and attractive. Post made loneliness melodic and passive. Uzi made sadness feel floating in magic.
Peace to the family. Bro, my power just came back on. We in 100, I don't know, 90, 100 degree. I don't know what kind of little heat wave this is. This heat wave and knocked out the power. Like all day today just been super, super crazy. All day just been super crazy. Yeah, it's just been wild. But no. I'm still taking some classes. You know, I was taking classes like 5 days a week. So that was killing me. But yeah, I'm still taking classes a couple of days a week, not 5 days a week, so it's a lot less. But yeah, it's just a lot going on. But y'all got the books, right? You got the books, right? Because the books are still dropping. The books are still dropping. Like we haven't taken a break from the actual work that we've been doing, and what we have now is beyond a masterpiece. Yeah, so I don't even know if my power is gonna stay on. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know how long we can even be live for, because the power in the neighborhood is not fully restored to everybody yet. Yeah, we still dropping. Yo, we up to number 25. Yeah, we in another level with this one. That's 22. Yeah, see, right now we supposed to be just finishing up our J30. Right now we're supposed to be doing a J30. That's what we were supposed to be doing tonight. We were supposed to be going through this J30. No, it's not that, Paul. You know what I'm saying? But, Solstice, Solstice said I was MIA. So I'm just explaining to Solstice that I'm not actually MIA. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the crib doing that research. I'm working, putting the books out. But at the same time as I'm writing the books, I'm studying a whole different set of books, still chasing after these certifications, just to bring more of a uniform code of discipline and respect to what it is that we bring in. Because I think that y'all probably take this for granted, and not that y'all take me for granted, but I think that y'all take yourselves for granted. And so I think that what we're doing is so big that y'all probably don't really even know, like, this is historic, man. This is crazy. It's really crazy. But I definitely wanted to turn on my live. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to turn on my live before midnight. I was like, nah, they can't stop me from going live at all. Like, come on. God, you got to figure this out. And sure enough, sure enough, the power came back on. Just as I was going through my emergency 1s and 2s and rounding up the flashlights and the candles and about to figure out what am I trying to crank up the generator or get some ice bags to put in the freeze? Like what? Yeah, I'm running through my, you know what I mean? I'm running through my blackout 1s and 2s. We usually have 2 or 3 blackouts per year out here. I'm gonna be honest, but the last 2 years we've been we haven't really had hot summers. So because we haven't really had extremely hot summers, I think that in the last couple of summers we haven't had many blackouts. But we usually have, like, the first 7 or 8 years I was over here. The first 6 years, I would say, maybe we had 2 to 3 blackouts a year. We would have 2 to 3 blackouts in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's definitely a lot of blackouts. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But it's so many things that we got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, bro. There's so many things. And I'm not even talking about just like in terms of what I had planned to discuss in terms of the book. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, I asked, I told God, put the power back on. And the power came back on. Oh, this is book 24 right here. I'm tripping. Okay, yeah. So 24 is 25 and 23 is 24, right? The reason there's one more book in the series than the number that's on the volume is because these are volumes of the study books from the original text, right? So you have the original text, which is the coaching textbook. That's book 1. The coaching textbook doesn't have a volume. It's the 1 of 1. The study books, it starts with volume 1. So that's why there's the number is one number off. It's not that it's one number off. It's just there's another book that's not counted on the covers, right? So it's almost like the 0 number, or the, you know, the creator of the set, right? It doesn't have a number. Man. So many different things happening. It just, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I want to talk about Kool-Aid pineapples. I want to talk about Kool-Aid pineapples. I want to talk about Kool-Aid pineapples. The foot is A-OK. Yeah, I did a really good job. I did a good job. I had help though. Nah, bro. Listen, tripping, it's not tripping, bro. And them ain't black folks. I don't know. Listen, I feel like that's where the hard ER come in. I feel like that's where the hard ER come in. Nah, I'm not saying you did. I'm saying I literally had it written down in my notes to talk about Domino Sugars. Like, I don't know how they did that. I feel like if I did the research, I would be able to put the dots together, but it just ain't even worth my time because we didn't did it on so many other occasions. But I feel like I could trace where this originated, and it's not going to be a mom and pop person. Like, a person is taking credit for it, but the spread of it through social media, the consumption of sugar just went through the roof. The consumption of sugar just went through the roof. No, I'm serious. The consumption of sugar just went through the roof. And I want to show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something. Remember we was talking about the food companies, how they switching it up because RFK. I told y'all RFK got them switching it up, right? So look at this. No artificial color, right? So boom. Okay, so now Gatorade is coming with the no artificial colors with the low sugar, right? So they're under pressure because RFK, you got to make these changes, right? But here's the slickness. What they're doing is they're putting it in these powders. So you got to be careful with these. You got to be careful with these. You got to be careful with these. Right? Because I'm looking at these joints and I'm checking them out. Okay, let me see. Okay, no added colors and artificial flavors. What about this regular one? Damn, man. It should not be this difficult to pull up ingredients. Like, that is wild. What are ingredients? What? Where are the actual ingredients? This is crazy. And see, this is when it gets creepy when you can't find ingredients for something, because then it get creepy. It's like, come on, man, what are we doing? What are we doing, people? Yeah, see, that's all I wanted to show right there. Because a lot of people is doing this. A lot of people is doing this. A lot of these companies, they're moving the product because they got to get their money. They got to get their money back now. You see what I'm telling you? So they got to get their money off. So just be careful while you're in the supermarket right now. Yeah, just be careful while you're out there right now, because they got to get their money back. So they trying to get off all these things they got to clear. And this is kind of a part of how the government rolls something out. They're not going to just kill your business, no matter how that is. Like, it sounds like it's give and take, but the government going to give you a certain amount of time to get rid of what you got to get rid of as a company. So I'm just saying, as they're cleaning up the products in one space, just be mindful, know what you're doing, because they got to sell this stuff one way or another. They got to sell it one way or another. Yeah. And I know you might be like in your mind, well, what does that have to do with the pineapples? Well, the pineapples have two things in it. It's not just the sugar, it's the colors, right? So we know that's a part of the draw with the pineapples. It's how many different types of fruity colors you can make and what kind of ingredients you can add. So the pineapples went from sugar and Kool-Aid to sugar, Kool-Aid, alcohol, to sugar, Kool-Aid, alcohol, cough syrup, sugar, Kool-Aid, alcohol. Then it's the pineapples is wild now. The pineapples is wild. You know, the cannabis community got hold to it. The cannabis community got a hold to it. You know, vitamin C boosts the THC. So whenever you mix something that's high in vitamin C, you know, it's going to either boost your high if it's the THC is circulating in your blood, or it's going to boost the THC inside a product if you mix the two in a product. So no matter where vitamin C comes in, where vitamin C comes in contact with THC, usually it's going to amplify the effects of the THC, right? And then you add in, obviously, the melanin concentrate hormone release that creates the munchies. You know, you hungry, right? What are we doing? Like, it's 2026 and it's almost 2027 low key. It's 2026 and Black folks are still eating 5-pound bags of Domino's sugar. With all we know is 2026 and Black folks still eating Domino's sugar. I'm charging you with the responsibility. How many have you saved? Period. And I'm telling you, the books is at a level where, bro, you know, because it's me, sound crazy, but I know what I'm reading, and I know what I'm writing, and I know what's out there. And this is Pulitzer Prize material. This is Pulitzer Prize material. This is Pulitzer Prize material. So there's a lot going on. It's not just a matter of science, you know, but it's just a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Clive Davis just died. Right? Clive Davis just died. You got Ray Daniels on YouTube, on TV, talking about Clive Davis. We're gonna miss him. We love Clive Davis. We miss Clive Davis. He took care of the community and woo woo. Clive Davis is the man that invented the music business and all its perversions. Clive Davis invented the music business, the black music business. Let me be clear. Clive Davis invented the black music business. Not black people in music business. The industry. Like what we think of today as the industry, that is his creation. Period. Starting in the 70s. And y'all know I done released books on it. We done went to the article and all that he wrote for, I forgot what the college was, on how black music affects the psychology. Oh, you know what? I actually probably need to pull that article back out. That article is going to make we're going to see, before we get to book 27, and we only got 3 books left. We only got 3 books left. We got 25, 26, 27. We only got 3 books left. But it's going to make an appearance because it's important. It establishes that they understood the biological and psychological effects of music on the system. And not only that the music industry that we know today was created specifically to harness that ability, to be able to tap into the psyche and the emotions and the feelings and control people's behavior, literally. So I it's a lot going on that's crazy. Like, I wanted to talk about Bill Gates. Nobody talking about Bill Gates. Why nobody talking about Bill Gates? Bill Gates is the only one so far that got officially busted on the Epstein files. Bill Gates is so far the only person that's confirmed as looking crazy from the Epstein files. So far, we see a bunch of names and all that, but everybody got a story about that. Oh no. Bill Gates' wife, Melinda Gates, has done interviews all up and down the road telling people how Bill Gates was running up and down with Epstein and them kids. So, it's a lot of things that we got to talk about. Well, we won't get to them tonight. I just wanted to jump on real quick and say I appreciate y'all and thank you. I appreciate y'all and thank you for your patience. This is the start of a new year. So I'm gonna put the pressure on. It's time to come out of them fat bodies. The mom bods and them dad bods. Right? That's what we wait for. You got to step into it. You get hot, sweaty, you want to hide in AC. Nope. You got to step right out into the heat and let that heat clear up that high blood pressure. Let that heat melt that fat. Let that heat drain them sinuses. Let that heat open up them blood vessels. This is our window. We got to get as much vitamin D as possible. Listen, I don't know if you trolling or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you trolling or not when you say, is Melinda a lady? And I'm going to say this. I'm going to be honest to you. I don't think it matters if Melinda Gates is really a man or a woman. Because here's the standpoint that I'm looking at it from. Bill Gates is one of the richest men in the world. Whether Melinda is a man or a female, they done did whatever they done did all this time, and they are married in a relationship with one of the richest men on earth. Richest men on earth. It take a lot to walk away from that. It take a lot to walk away from that. Even though she walking away, she's still rich and woo-woo, but it take a lot to walk away from that. You know what I'm saying? So whether Melinda's a man or a woman, you know, they had the golden lotto ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to walk away from that, regardless, male, female, gay, straight, bi, somewhere else, that's a human that was so sick of the sexual deviant, you know, whatever was going on, that they had to get on up out of there. And now if you want to put Melinda in the sexual deviant category, honestly, that actually intensifies my point and makes it even worse, right? Because if Melinda's a sexual deviant and whatever them building them had going on was so crazy that she like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like if she was a deviant and whatever they was doing was so crazy that she couldn't take part in it and she had to get away from them, I mean, that just, you know what I mean? That just make it even worse. Listen, I want to talk about the movie Disclosure. It's a lot that we need to talk about. It's a lot that we need to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about Disclosure. People are running around getting crazy, and they knew it. So now they got us again. And I'm listening. See, the thing is, if you really need to be older to have some wisdom. You can be really intelligent and you can be really experienced, but the wisdom comes with time. You have to see cycles. You got to see cycles. Because I'm looking at the movie and I'm like, damn, if I combine what I'm seeing in this movie with what I'm seeing like on the internet, the Gaia Project, you know, Andrew Huberman, all these different websites and these congressional meetings and I'm like, see, this is what they're doing. They're trying to let us know before they surprise us with the real thing because they always been here. So see, I told you, woo, woo, woo. And then before you know it, you back looking at young Pharaoh like, yeah, he really got kidnapped and got woo. No. No. That's why we went through the books. We did the books and come on now. The electrician prayers manual, you got to go back into them books. All them books was timing for this. So now they came with disclosure. We already got the book. We did the history all the way up to Blavatsky and what's your man name? Do As You Will and Aleister Crowley and all that, and the gray alien he created, the demon that they conjured up and all that. Like, come on, man. They're just taking folks on the run. Trust me. They're just taking you on the run, right? Because now it's like the whole cycle getting ready to repeat. They come with Disclosure Day, right? Who gave us Disclosure Day? The same person that gave us E.T. What happened after that? We started getting Men in Black. So now that you see this movie, Disclosure movie, then you follow that up with whatever DC Comics just did to Supergirl, because they look like they're trying to turn Supergirl into Guardians of the Galaxy, or like they're trying to lean heavier into the alien race like narrative as opposed to the superhero narrative, because they want to blend in science. And they was like it was like her blood was a big part of the storyline and and this whole, it was a big bloodline chemistry, biochemistry thing in the Supergirl movie. But it was like, so, they was pushing the alien agenda. So, like I said, it's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? If you over 40, 45 years old, you've seen the play already. We already watched the whole play. They hit everybody's heart button. That's how they open you up. They hit everybody's heart button. Boop. They got everybody to resonate with possibility. E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. And we be missing that the truth be in these joints, because time verifies. Hindsight 2020. So when E.T. say he phoned it home, we got to ask ourselves how he phoned it home. At the time period where E.T. is supposed to film, there's no cell phones. How he phoned it home? What kind of concept is a phone at home? Ain't even a wireless phone at that time period. But then we get cell phones. So there's things, when we get the movie about the trip to Mars, they tell us that they was on the phone with them using radio wave phone calls to the spaceship as it was flying to the moon. Like, bruh. So again, we just gonna have to park it and just reopen up some of these conversations. We gotta talk about LeBron. And yeah, I gotta talk about the new books. So there's a lot that we gotta talk about. LeBron just said F you to the Lakers. And I was feeling it. I was really feeling it. I was really feeling it. But, it's been up and down. I've had a wild birthday. This is probably one of the most special birthdays I've ever had. But it's been a wild one. Very up and down. All kind of wild stuff. Like, soon as I booked the live, the power go. Poof. Kid you not. As soon as I set the live up in the StreamYard, zoop. 5 minutes later, woo. And it's hot. So all I'm thinking about is the deep freezer, the fridge. I'm like, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? Yeah, a house full of little girls.
darkness feel cinematic. Drake made pain sound smooth and attractive. Post made loneliness melodic and passive. Uzi made sadness feel floating in magic. Big songs don't hit cause they lyrical only. They hit cause the brain get lonely. Simple hooks loop to the nervous system, know it. Ghosted the body singing for the mouth notice. That's dopamine science, electrical timing. Prediction and reward, the whole brain chiming. Every replay deep in pathways inside them. Now the song becomes your identity wiring. Travis made darkness feel cinematic. Drake made pain sound smooth and attractive. Post made loneliness melodic and passive. Uzi made sadness feel floating in magic. The greatest hooks are fun drivers. They compressed emotions down to one-liners. The body love patterns and repeated fixtures. That's why crowds scream songs back like scriptures. DJ, electric grills. My favorite song give me chills. In my skin, it mean I'm lit. For the song, it mean a hit. Also, I'm noticing God made dopamine. So I'm high, cause I'm focusing. Music is God and the go-between. A sentence is repentance. A verse to get your soul redeemed.
These recipes all look crazy.
Yeah, and I'm definitely grateful to collab with Ink. Like he's been, sort of like a silent mentor, kind of like, guiding me through a lot of these different processes and, me